Hello everybody. It is Thursday, the 13th of April. I want to talk about God consciousness and the fact that God consciousness is actually for grown-ups and most definitely for those that know what they're doing. It is not something you should be messing with, which I think a lot of people are doing at the moment. And they're actually thinking that what is happening is coming from somewhere else. And it is not. They are the ones doing it. And they must understand that, and they must stop right now. I saw something on the Inspired channel, and that was John Nolan talking about an experience where time was glitching for him. In fact, he gained an hour, somewhere where he shouldn't have done. I've heard the opposite told by Greg Braden, where he was in a situation where time was glitching. They lost hours. They got to a place a lot sooner than should have been physically possible. So there is time doing strange things. And it was through thinking about that it came to me yesterday what is actually happening. And it is us that is doing it, folks. There is no alien race that built a matrix. Yeah? And we are like imprisoned in it. We are the creators of this world. It is our consciousness that is creating this world. The two parts of our consciousness. The knowledge, the spiritual knowledge that is stretching out into all possibilities, and the rational mind that is trying to keep order. That's Satan. Satan is the ruler of this world. It's the law. Yeah? It is that says knowledge can come in, yeah, but it must serve me. Yeah? It must serve this world, not be destructive. Satan is not evil. It is a function of reality which very much needs to be there. Otherwise it's chaos. So, this glitching of time, and a while ago my friend kept shouting at me, "Are you God? Can you loosen the belt of Orion?" I think we could. I honestly think we could. It would be a dumb thing to do, because you would meddle with forces that keep the stars in their place. Why on earth would you do that? Let them all loose. Let them go wherever. It would be a totally stupid thing to do. But there is, if you had no restrictions on you whatsoever, or you're not restricted by something from outside, a law that was created by something else, you're no longer restricted by that. You can make your own, but you must make your own. Otherwise, things will go all over the place. Anyway, so, and here is what came to me yesterday. And that is what a miracle actually is. It is the answer to your question, or to your request or question, whichever way, both. If you ask purely with the rational mind, you get head knowledge. And that is what our science has been. And that's bad enough, because there were no restrictions there either, apparently. You can build atom bombs, you can put plagues all over the place, and whatever. If it serves you, do it. The knowledge was given, therefore you should do it. So even on just the materialistic way, yeah, people have not been restraining themselves. They have not set themselves boundaries and said, you cannot go there. Because it destroys this world. It destroys life. You've crossed the line there. So even in the materialistic world, people have been crossing lines all over the place. They were as children, yeah, bullies in the playground. I can do it, therefore I shall, and I shall have dominion. And I shall not restrain myself in any way, shape, or form. So even purely in the materialistic world, it was materialistic knowledge that has been, for many, too much power. They're out of control. But now, if we go this on the spiritual path, and this is what this matrix does. On the spiritual path, you will be surrounded by your answer. Ask, know that you receive, and that's God consciousness, knowing that you will receive. I am, and the all gives, and I will receive. That is God consciousness. And then you are surrounded by your answer, and that is a miracle, and that is working this matrix on a higher level. And you are the one that is doing it. There's nobody else doing it but you. You are the one that is energizing a certain problem, a certain question. And you're being given the answer. You're surrounded by your answer. You full body experiencing the answer. You will have complete knowledge of what it is you're asking, because you will live in it. And in a way, that's the highest way you can get an answer, if you actually have to live in your answer. You will know it, and you will know the outcome. Anyway, so the glitching of time. They have been, that whole lot down there have been contemplating this as a matrix. It's not being real, it is real, folks. That is what reality is. And it works on that level. It's not that it's not real, you just didn't fully understand what reality actually was. That's what it is. And they're contemplating time and space. Yeah? So anything is possible. You will be given answers, you will create outcomes. Let's start with time and space, why don't we? Nothing like thinking big. Could you maybe just restrict yourself to something smaller than that? But the contemplation of the thought that time is relative, that time is not bound. Now, time was bound. Time was bound by the stars and by the seasons. Yeah? And time is there so that things happen one after the other. But think of the outcome of there is no time. And that is actually what we're saying when we go to the book of Revelation. There's going to be no more time. Please, folks, let the rational mind add that and consider consequences in this world. What if there were no more time? If everything would happen either simultaneously or randomly, it would be chaos. But I think that is what is happening to them. If those are the first signs of them being given the answer. And they will be surrounded by their answer because they are asking on the spiritual way. And they will get the fullness of the knowledge. They will live in it. Time's already starting glitching. You are loosening the bands of time. And then let the rational mind consider what the outcome would be. But again, they don't know what they're doing, because I heard John Nolan saying, well, what, this alien race, and they're losing control of the Matrix. Yeah? Oh, we are winning. No, you have asked a question on the spiritual path, and you're starting to become surrounded by your answer. You will get the fullness of the knowledge, what it would be like if time was relative. And then let your rational mind create a restriction, please. So that's what I think is happening, and we really must consider that possibility. It is us that is doing it. We are being given the answers to our questions. This is how the Matrix gives to us. This is how it teaches us. And that's why I said God consciousness, if you understand it fully, is for grown-ups. The rational mind must set restrictions. There are places we should not go. There are things that we shouldn't meddle with, and we shouldn't meddle with them quite simply because they serve us. It is good, yeah? God looked at this and said it was good. It's fine the way it is. It's working. Yeah, don't fix what's not broken. But for that we must understand what it is we're doing. And then we must set restrictions. So that's where I'm at the moment. Can you loosen the belt of Orion? Well, apparently they can loosen the bands of time. Should you do it? Most probably not. How do you not do it? Don't even ask that question. When Jesus was given the answer of all is possible, yeah, you can be surrounded by your answer. That was restricted on the energy of compassion, and it was given to alleviate suffering. That was it. It was already restricted to just that function. And somebody, as I said, somehow detached the message from the messenger. The messenger was compassion. And somebody detached the message and said, well, it applies to all. Anything and everything. But be careful. As I said before, be careful what you wish for. Maybe be careful which questions you are actually asking. Why do you want to know about time and space? Do you want to change time and space? Do you want to make it relative? Then we're living in a quantum world where everything is happening all at once. And I really think that that is the outcome in the book of Revelation, because people are trying, they're looking at that book and they're trying to put it into some order, what is happening when. And they can't do it. It doesn't make sense. Because I really think at that point there is no more time and everything is happening simultaneously. Past, present, future. Everything is there in one place. And that's chaos. And we're going there. And we are doing it. We are the ones that are doing it. So we need to know what it is we're doing, and we must kind of restrict ourselves. Be grown up about this. But, and here's the but, and I think, in a way, we are being driven on that way, on that path. We're being driven into spirituality. We're being driven into the thought that this is just an illusion. And the next step is we're being driven into the thought that it doesn't matter. Matter does not matter, and it does. It absolutely does. It is what gives life. And with that thought, we're being driven into we can meddle with anything or everything, because to hell with the consequences. Put the rational mind out of the way. Get you behind me, Satan. I can do whatever I like. And why are we being driven in the on that path? Because we will create chaos. We will create utter chaos. And we will be in a place where we will need to be saved. And then something will come and it will restore order. It will lay down laws again by which this matrix will work and be stable again. But we will be living by somebody else's law. Something will come and rule over us. We will live in a world created by something else. Whereas we could be the creators of this world if we grow up right now and know what it is we're doing. But that is why we're driven on this path, so that we will create chaos. So that we will be in a place where we'll need to be saved. And then we will be ruled over. This is the way into slavery. Anyway, I leave it at that for today. Again, this is a lot. Let it sink in. See what you think. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.